Hello, hello everyone. We are going to make marshmallows and s'mores today. I have one. It's back here. Okay. S'mores. Yes. Hi Kim. Welcome. Good morning. How are you? I'm just getting ready here to do something fun. I know everybody's been waiting for this, and I'm excited to do it. I don't know why I've like procrastinated on it for so long. Just jump in and do it, Jen. So I guess we'll see who else is going to pop in here. I've already started doing some prep work last night, like making some marshmallows on their little things. Of course, I have some that are on sticks. Good, Kim. I'm glad you're good. Good morning, Amanda. Glad you could make it. And then I have some that I put on sticks, and I have 2 apple trees in my backyard, and I have to trim them up all the time. So I decided to just save all the little sticks, and so they come in handy. Because to me that looks pretty authentic, if you ask me. Hi Patricia. Hi Nancy. Good to see you. Good morning. And then I also did some prep work and made a whole bunch of these graham crackers last night. So I'm going to show you how I do these as well. Hi Cheryl. Good morning. Thank you for sprinkling me. I appreciate that. And so I started with those, and I let them dry overnight because, good morning, Kim. It's good to see you. I'm happy that you're here. It's easy to get carried away and want to make it all in one simple step, and I wish it was that easy, but to make it like truly the greatest and not melt all over the place on you and look like a travesty, there is like steps you have to go through to make these, and so that's why I made the graham crackers ahead of time last night so that I could show you how the next part goes after that. And I did the same thing with the marshmallows, because as easy as it is to make the marshmallows, stick it on the skewer, and then start giving its toasty look right away while the marshmallow is wet, I don't recommend it, because it really prevents the outside from completely drying and hardening. And then your coating's not going to really stick to it as well as it should, because this right here, it's not going anywhere. But I can rub it like this, but if that's because I let it dry. And it gets really humid here in Nebraska. Hi Billy, it's good to see you. Hello, good morning. I live in Nebraska, so it gets really humid, so things get sticky. And this has, I've tested this. This has stood the humidity test. So I recommend doing your marshmallows and letting them dry overnight before you start doing that. So I'm just gonna start with how to do this first. We're gonna start with s'mores, because if you start with the s'mores, we'll let the grunginess, it has to dry. This coat has to dry before you stick this hot glue on there. Otherwise, the grungy stuff all falls off. It's horrible. So that's why it's like step by step. So I'm going to do this first so that we can get this grungy, let it dry, and then we'll move on to like grunging those marshmallows, and I'll show you how I do it. because mine may be just a little bit different than everybody else's. But I'll teach you my secrets. So I got this cookie cutter. It's like rectangular shape, and it does look like it doesn't match, right? But this shrinks once it dries, and it shrinks to the perfect size. I got this off of Amazon, so I can put the link in the comments after this if you want to have this one. It comes in like a 2-pack with 2 smaller ones with it. So we'll start with this. I do not use Modelite clay for the s'mores. I go straight for a color that's really, really close to this. I get this off of Etsy, the Primitive Pumpkin cookie dough colored. Thank you, Billy. You're very sweet. I don't know if I call it talented. I swear I throw a lot of stuff away. You would not believe my trash can. The trash people must like go through my stuff, and I bet you there's a lot of stuff out there that I'm like, somebody has kept this stuff. They had to have. Good morning, Carrie. Oh, your puppies. They're always getting in trouble. Billy, I'll put that link in there. Definitely, for sure. So, we're going to start with, the Primitive Pumpkin cookie dough color, okay? And I'm just going to make a couple of these and show you how I did it. And then, I'm not going to make a whole bunch of them. And then this stuff has to, dry. But good thing I made some before that. My comments aren't working on this thing. Hold on. I hate having to look up all the time. Okay. Thank you for sprinkling me, Carrie. I appreciate you. And love you. Okay, so you don't have to really, like, mold this out much at all. Just roll yourself a good-sized ball. And then so I've got 2 wood dowel rods because I'm trying to make this, I would say this about 1/4 inch thick. So this is going to make it so that I know everything is even when I dry this out. I'm sure you've probably seen other crafters who do stuff with clay do the same thing. But it gives you like this, it's even all the way down. So I need to go a little bit more. What is a rain tree alarm? Oh, you said, oh, I thought I had a rain tree alarm. I was like, what? Okay. So after we got that, take your cookie cutter and just smash it down in there. I hope this comes out fine because I forgot to tell you, you should probably like put some oil on the edges because it can stick. But I got lucky today. I got lucky. Okay. No worries. We got lucky. So now we have this basic square shape, you see. Now I just go around the edges like right there, but I do some texture on the edges, only on one edge, and I'll show you how to do that here in a second. But the first thing that you want to start with is, hi Sarah, I'm glad you could pop in at least for a second. Hi Cheryl. Okay, so I start with the lines down the middle. I'm going to see if I need to put this a little bit closer. Tell me if I go too far. I'm trying to judge this here so you can see. Okay. So I just go down the middle of this very sharp tool. I got this with in the clay section where you get like polymer clay and stuff. It's very, very sharp. It's almost like having a needle on a stick. I love it. It's very sharp. So I just stick it in, go right down the middle, just stick it in and lean it a little bit. So it's like a slit. See, you just push down pretty far because when this dries, it will pop up. So you want to go down a lot. And it figures I'm on like camera and I didn't get that all the way down the center of the thing. So embarrassing. Okay. So there's like 4 rows. So I start with, so I go from that tool to, I have this other tool. I wish I knew what these pokey tools, they have all these. I make my popcorn with the bigger one. So I just take this and I do 4 rows down. 1, 2, 3, 4. And see, it's like start there. If you start there, it's easier to judge it. And do the same thing on the side in the middle line. And then you're going to get those middle ones right there. 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So I promise I'm like off kilter because I'm on camera, I swear. So do that part first. Then you're going to take your toothbrush. Where is your toothbrush? I give mine a little texture by doing this on the top of it, right? Just a little bit of cracker crumb, graham cracker crumb texture. You give it. So you could see it on this one. It has the texture from the brush. You don't want to go like crazy wonky. And so see, this bottom part is going to be smooth right here. And when you break apart a graham cracker like this, only one edge is like kind of crazy. So do that right now for right there on that one edge, like this. And already, I don't know if you can see it, it has that, like that broken part texture. And then, excuse me, you have this part. So after you've taken your brush to it, you don't have to do it to this side or the bottom or anything like that. That's pretty smooth. You just texture the top of it. You're going to come in with this pointy tool again after it's completely dry like this one. And you're going to just flick little tiny bits out. So, like, it's really, yeah, it's like I guess it's like a style. Like I said, everything is, I found near where the clay tools are. So, it's like the pointiest little thing. I love it. And that's what gives you this line by, pushing down and just pulling your hand down a little bit, pushing down, and then using this one to go this way, down, 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 down. Okay, so you let those dry overnight. We've got that part. Now, let's take some Modelite. Always use Modelite for this one. It's easier just to go right for the colored clay for this one that's close to like cookie colored or graham cracker colored, because actually I totally skipped a step on how I get another extra level of color on that, and you should know me by now, the chalk pastels, because they look great this color, but I want to go another level. So we're going to do this. That's what we do. I forgot. I don't want to skip a step and then you're like, whoa, Jen, this doesn't look like yours. So you just need one color. So if you know me and I told you about these chalk pastels, use this one, this third one right here. It's like this brownish, reddish color, a little bit. So get some of that. I'll show you how this do. I'll have to do 2 of them so that we have a top too. So, oh yeah, see, I was looking all over for my seasoned brush for this. Couldn't find it. I realized that when I was cleaning all my brushes, I grabbed it and I cleaned it, and I'm so sad. It's not seasoned anymore. So now I gotta start over. I feel horrible. So, okay, so we're gonna put that on there. We're gonna just go on all the edge here, just quickly brushing. So if you're just doing the edge, what it's doing is getting this very bottom part, it's getting right here, and then it's also getting a little bit right here on the front side. So you're going to do that all the way around, like this. So you went all the way around, and then whatever's left on the brush, lightly right down the middle, and then see, I don't know if you can see that. You've got a different, it's got dimension. And then, hold on, let me do this one, that way we can do them both at the same time. Remember, every time you use chalk pastels, you're gonna have to spray it so your color doesn't come off. So, let me get this one. I've done so many of them, I'm like so fast. I'm sorry if I go too fast for you. I'll slow it down. And then just whatever's left on your brush right down the middle. So, we got those 2 ready. Put this aside. And I didn't grab my spray. So let's give it a good spray. We'll let that dry a little bit. It dries pretty quick. Okay. We'll leave the chalk pastels out because there's another way that you can do marshmallows with those as well. So, while those are drying really quick, let's start making that marshmallow. Okay, Jen. I'm glad that you were able to stop in. All right, get you a fat little piece. Like the size of a, it's depending on how fat you want them suckers. You can get the size of a golf ball. Let me roll this really quick to see if that's like plenty. Yeah, I'm just using the air dry clay. This is just Modelite clay you get from Walmart. It's like $4.88. I like this one. Easy to work with. Bose is too sticky to make marshmallows with, in my opinion. So I use like different clays for different things. If they made Modelite in this color, I would have used Modelite for this, but that clay by the Primitive Pumpkin is like really, really good. So let's roll this in a bowl. Yes, I use clay that my sprinkles are made from polymer clay, which you have to bake, and so I bake clay with those. Oh. See, well, I still have a hard time judging the right size, because to me that seems like it would be too fat to be in here, but then I'm thinking, well, you're squishing it down, right? So that you can make them in, like I said, any size you want to. This probably would not be a typical size. Well, I'm just going to make it a typical size because to me that's ridiculous, but just one more time and roll it. Your Butter Light clay sticks to your clay roller. Try mine. Let me see if mine does. Like that. More than just like, see, I can roll mine. Is it because maybe you're not conditioning enough? I gotta roll this back on the ball. It doesn't have to be perfect. Hi, Michelle. Thanks for stopping in. We are making s'mores and roasted marshmallows. Okay, so we have our ball. Now this is dry. See, it didn't take very long to dry at all. So just plop that sucker right in the middle. Smash it down. Look at that. So it's hanging over a little bit on all the sides. Now this is where we're going to make it gross. Oh my God. I thought this was going to be the one time I couldn't open this right on camera. That would be embarrassing. Does everybody's coffee pod look like this? It's like so disgusting. It's a mess. And I probably should shake it a little bit before I start blopping it all over everything. When I make my coffee podge, I go strictly just Mod Podge and then add the instant coffee right to it. I don't fiddle around with making a cup of coffee and pouring it in there. I just stick the instant coffee right in there and shake it to death, and it dissolves. It works apparently, so it does it for me. And then here's my mixture. It's not just instant coffee for mine. I'm extra, and I'm gonna give you my secrets. And now I'll never be worth anything because I'm telling you my secret. So there is coffee, instant coffee in here, instant espresso, like espresso powder, cinnamon, and then ground cloves, and fresh nutmeg that I actually grind in it. Now I do the fresh nutmeg because it gives it like these weird little flecks of nutmeg in my grunge mix, which I like. And I use cloves because the ground cloves is a shade darker than instant coffee, so I'm getting a different roasted color on the top than many of yours, because of that. Because of this mixture is mixed with different things. So here is how we do that. And I'm going to do it on top of this because this could be messy. So, and I am just all over the place here. I need more space. Okay. Do this without blocking you here. You guys know how to do this part. You can smell it from here. Oh, you should. It smells like fall. Like, yeah. And then you got this coffee mixed in it. Oh, girl. Okay. So we just put a little bit on here, right? Because we want this whole marshmallow to be burnt up. And I just do it sides at a time. I don't like this brush, guys. I don't like it. It's stupid. Let's try something else. Nope, not that one. That one's stupid. I got some stupid brushes. Okay. There. Let's sprinkle this on there. Alright. So, We got sprinkled, right? It looks like your guys's, right? Typical, typical, typical. Until I start, that's when you notice the cloves really take over, because it almost is like black. So you just get your brush all, get you a little wet, and then you should only have to get it wet one time, and you start just pouncing it all over that marshmallow or the grunge stuff is. And see, it'll move it around a little bit, but you know, it's not perfect, and it's not supposed to be. It's not supposed to be perfect, because honestly, when you smash this down, you're gonna have it where that crust breaks anyway, and then you see specks of white. So it makes total sense that it's not perfect. So don't worry about that part. Don't worry about that spreading. Just get right up into this. We're making a circle. Sprinkle this on there. Oh, how much Mod Podge? Oh, so, you know those big, I buy these, and I will fill this, because I make half of a batch at a time. I will fill this halfway full of Mod Podge, and then just instant coffee, add instant coffee. That's it. And I will add instant coffee until I get the desired color that I want. That's how I do it. So, hi Kimberly. Thanks for coming in. Oh, I missed a side here. Got distracted. Thought I could read comments and work at the same time. Usually, when I'm working, I am listening to music. I'm singing. I'm dancing. If you normal crafting with Jen would be like, I'd be over here like, yeah, shaking my marshmallows around. So this is strange for me. And I feel like I'm having a conversation with myself, and I probably need to talk to a therapist about that. So, because it feels so weird. Right, no water. Nothing, just Mod Podge, instant coffee. Because water, if you put water on there, then it makes this runny, and then this never dries. Writing it all down. One giant science experiment. I'm making this look easy, but I'm telling you, there's lots of trial and error into this, and when you finally get it right, you're like, dang, that feels so good. That feels so good. All right, look at this, guys. All right, so we got all the way around. All right, put it on a show. You gotta put on a show. I swear, that's where the real lives should be, is like hidden cameras in your craft room, because I think that would be more entertaining, like just not knowing somebody was watching me. You guys would just be laughing your ass off. Excuse my French, you would be. But we're going to let this dry while we work on marshmallows, because this, see, that's why it steps. This has to dry before you put that hot glue on there, otherwise this is all gonna slide off. So let's just put this aside for now, and I'll show you how I do that marshmallow. I need more tables. So you can, I always stick my sticks in like right away. You can make your marshmallows as big as you want. Everybody knows this. Everybody knows this step. So we're just gonna go quickly here. But I'm gonna show you anyway, just so you see how I do it, because there are two ways that I do mine, depending on how dark I want my marshmallows to be. I like the underlying brown color sometimes, and sometimes I like them to look like, yeah, they are super, super toasted. Burnt. Too crisp. Good gravy. Okay. So, I start forming like a little triangle, and then rolling it. I just press it down, kind of roll it into this like, starts like circular. Push it down. This is gonna be a fat one. This one will be fat. Okay, and we got this. All right, so you can jam your skewer up there. I jam the stick up there. I don't usually put anything in there to hold it. It's pretty much still kept its shape. If not, just fix it. And then you're gonna let that sucker dry overnight, right? So it's got this. And now you can mess with it and it won't change its shape, nothing. If you drop it, it's good. It's good. Like when it's wet and squishy like that, it's like it changes its shape, so you can't mess with it anymore. So we're gonna do that same process with this guy, but if you want yours extra toasty, besides doing the typical coffee podge, beforehand, go in with that same color you used for your graham crackers. Get out of my way. Go in with that color and also this dark color. It's like right next to it. I mix those two colors. And then you only have to do like right here in the middle, because the ends won't matter because you're like covering those anyway. And just, yeah, go all the way around. All right, so it gives it some toasted look already. Before you do that, okay? So make sure, number one rule, always with chalk pastels, because once you put that coffee podge on there, it's gonna run off this color. But we want to be able to put the coffee podge on, and then that color still stays on there, no matter what. And I'm still not getting comments unless let me go back out again. That sucks. That sucks for me. Oh my God, you guys have been having holding conversations, like a whole soap opera going in here, and I'm just over here doing my thing. So, thanks, Suzanne. Spray it. This one's not gone, but we got enough. Okay. We're just trash that one. I got another one. Of course I've got another one. I got like 3. So let this, I'm going to try and speed this up, guys. Dry it. There we go. Well, there we go. Now it's dry. Here we go. Okay, so here's how I do mine. What did I do with my... Oh my God, guys. My coffee. Oh. I'm so sorry. I'm the bomb. Oh my God, Carrie, you're the bomb. You're the bomb. You are the bomb. I love you. Okay, so let's not drench this, guys. Let's not drench it. Make sure all that excess is off. And I just start building like a line right around the top, right? Let's go around this circle. get that middle. Now, if you have a big bowl like I do, I think I'm going to come down just a tad bit more. Just dunk it. Right? Dunked. Okay? Then you come in with this and start dabbing it around, right? Getting all of those bits wet. And like I said, same goes with this as you did with the s'mores. If it moves it around a little bit, that's okay. It's not, you know, perfect. Love you, Carrie. Love you. I'm no genius. This took me forever to figure this out. It's like, I don't know. I love food. You can tell, I love food. So I stare at it a lot. Yeah, I stare at it. Okay, so we got it all on there, right? So go in there. Now take most of your coffee podge off of here. And then I'm going to start right at that line and just start going all the way around. Don't actually touch it, but barely touch it, just the tip of your brush, because you don't want to really mess it up, right? And just bring it down. You have to flip your brush over if need be. If little bits come down, that's cool too, because some people like theirs burnt all up in here too. And I don't put a lot on there when I'm bringing this down. You're just bringing it all the way down to like here, because we're going to put more here of that coffee mixture anyway. So you're just bringing it down to that point. And see, with just one coat, and because you colored it with your chalk pastels, look at that already, just the color. Okay. It does look like caramel, doesn't it? But you're going to put more coffee and stuff on here. Like, here was that. Now we're going around this edge. And you can be kind of sloppy with it. Like, if it comes like up the side a little bit, you can have a little bit more burnt right there in that spot. Tap. And then you're going to come back in here and tap it on there. Now we got all of that in there, right? So then you're going to come back down and do this again. Right there at the edge. See, I didn't add any more of that coffee podge. I just left what was on the brush, and then I'm going all the way around. And I do that like several times, because I don't know about you, but I don't like brush strokes. So if you have very little of the coffee podge on your brush, but then you're doing it, you're pulling it from up here and then going down, so you can make it grungier by doing that. You could dip your brush in here too with a little bit of that. See? Puts it burnt bits there. And that's how you can keep adding coffee in certain spots if you want it more burnt in that area. But just don't add a bunch of, you don't need to add a bunch of coffee podge, because then that's going to start making everything up here slide. So that's if you want it uber toasty compared to this one. See, this one darker than this one. This is how I typically do them, but I do like these. I put them in my own display back there like this. Made them really dark, really dark. So there's that. That's my version of how to do the marshmallows. Now, does it the same thing if you don't want them to be toasty like that? All you have to do is just leave out the whole chalk pastels. You don't need to do that. I'm just sometimes very extra. So I don't know. I'm very picky. I don't know, if I don't like it, I'm not gonna like give it to somebody. I'm not gonna sell it to somebody. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna do anything with it. I won't. Because I want you to be happy too. So let's put this away and see how our s'mores, we can put that together. So let's see if it's dry enough. If not, let me see. I can blow dry it here. And maybe while I do that, I can look. Yeah, it is basically playing around with colors and practicing. Yeah, until you get the color you want. I think if I dry this enough, we can get it finished. So I can show you how to finish this. I'm very anal. I wanted to say that word, but I didn't. I mean, I don't want to, like, offend anyone. Yeah. I'm very anal in a good way. A very good way. Very anal. It's like when I send you things, Gray, I'm like, oh, I need to send a card. It's gotta be nice. I don't want it to bubble. That means you're getting it too hot. So just kind of moving around. Usually at this point, see, once I do that, then that's another step. You put this on, you let it dry. It takes about, several hours for it to naturally dry on its own. It forms a crust, all right? And I think we can, this one won't be perfect, but we'll do it. All right, so let's just go for it. So I use dark brown hot glue sticks, Amazon. You can get them. Hello, Chicken Pickens. Glad you could stop in. You can get these in Amazon. Come in a big old pack. Pretty cheap. I love them because they look just like chocolate. And this hot gun is freaking hot. Oh my god. How dare it? Frick. Okay. Yeah, the hard part is letting it dry because it's like, I'm gonna do this now. It looks so delicious. Like, come on. And then it's like, when I make these, it's very hard because every step, it's like, if you want to do it the right way, you have to let them dry completely before you, in stages, before you do the next one. You have to. I don't know why I'm sticking that in yet. It says that I don't need it, but let's go and start. It says, oh, there you are. Okay. Just go right at that, where that, yeah, it says I need that. Okay. We're going right here, all the way around that line. and just let it go. Oh my God. Okay. Let me hold it for a second. See, making real ones is so much easier. This is like bull crap. Okay. Here we go. And you can put as little or as much. If you wanted to drip more in one spot, just keep squeezing that gun like that. Go all the way around. Oh gosh, it's like hit my hand on one side. Usually I would be doing this with them sitting down, but to show you. Okay. Now we got that. So then I just go and make a square with chocolate right in the middle. And make sure your lines are facing the right way. Mine are going that way. And you take your lid, and hold it there, Pick it up. Hey guys, it didn't melt my coffee mixture off, so I dried it just enough. It worked. It worked. Hi, Sue. Good to see you come in. So, now you have these. This one I made before, this one we made today. This one, fat one. See, sometimes they're bigger than the other. Sometimes the clay dries a little bit differently. Sometimes you can make this one has a big old fat marshmallow in it compared to this one. Yeah, they look amazing. And then, yeah, the two different kinds of ways that you can do your toasted marshmallows. This way with chalk pastels. See, it's already drying right here in the center, so you can really see like how golden that is compared to this one. And that one, I even did like 3-4 coats on it, and it's still just the white under the marshmallow to still pop through. That's why the chalk pastels are kind of important. I used to draw a lot, and chalk pastels were my favorite. So I thought one day when I was messing around with clay, I was like, I really can't stand paint, so what can I use? So I actually grabbed eyeshadow at first, and it worked. The glue sticks, Amazon. I get them from Amazon. I'll post a link, Carrie, of the glue sticks of mine, and I'll also post a link of the cookie cutters that I use. I'm trying to think what else I didn't use anything else that was like special or anything else like that. I'm trying to see if there was anything other. How many years have I been doing fake bakes? Let me see. I was sewing fake bakes many years ago, probably 20 years ago, making fake bakes out of fabric. But started playing around with fake bakes on clay probably about 5-6 months ago. But I've worked with clay a lot, always have, making all kinds of like little critters or like pumpkins or, you know, scary things out of clay. And then I started doing, the fake bakes. You know, if you get eyeshadow, yeah, you can get it at Dollar Tree for like cheap, and you can still find your colors. That's when Hobby Lobby is sold out of those chalk pastels, and it's usually because I bought them all. I rely on eyeshadow, and it works. Yeah, just months. Just playing around, and apparently it worked. And I can't stop building food, and I love it. But I try to like mix everything up for you guys, not always have you like bored by me making, you know, food all the time. That's why on Wednesday, I can't wait to show you how I did this one. This was so fun and messy, and that's why it has to be probably a two-parter, because this part left my hands coated in Mod Podge. It was disgusting, but I can't wait to show you. Billy, you don't want to see my Halloween display. It never goes down. My original craft room was nothing but Halloween. It's still a guest bedroom slash where I do my dialysis. So it's still all Halloween, and this is slowly, if you see back there, bats. Yeah, that side of the room is like starting to be all Halloween, and it's going to eventually, this room will turn into, yeah, creepy 365 again. So I'm glad you caught me, Cheryl. I'm so happy to see you in here. But it took me forever to finally do a video on the s'mores and the marshmallows, and people have been asking, and I'm like, okay, let's just do this. Carrie, you're so sweet. You give me so many compliments. Like, I don't even know what to say. It makes me blush, and then I just want to turn my head and be like, stop. Just stop it already. You're so nice. But I appreciate you guys watching me, and guess what? I was surprised. Thank you, Billy. I love this hat. I love this. The other one, the one I work on Wednesday, I think I'm gonna do it just a little bit different. I thought about leaving it because when you make this, you're using coffee podge, and I made this with coffee filters around styrofoam. So I was using coffee podge to put the coffee filters onto this, and it made this really beautiful vintage style looking hat, and I almost left it that way. And maybe I might do that one with the one on Wednesday and leave it that way. But I'll show you how I did that. I have to go to Hobby Lobby today and go get a few more supplies to make that that way too. And my comments are not working on this side again, so I have to lean forward. So let's see here. Oh my god, I hate that. Okay. I get the willies with spiders too. You know, everything I make usually revolves around some fear that I have. Spiders, one of them, major. Like, burn the house down. I don't even care if it's this big. Burn the house down. I won't even kill it because I'll run screaming the other way. It's not even funny. The other thing I don't like is eyeballs. I hate eyeballs. They scare the bejesus out of me. If somebody stares at me, I have to look away because there's something about eyeballs. I just can't stand it. So my freak show box, I'm still working on it, and I'm making more eyeballs, and then I realize this whole box is nothing but eyeballs. I'm facing my fears. That's what I'm doing. I don't know why eyeballs creep me out, but they do. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I am going to head out to Hobby Lobby with Layla, having a little girls' day before she has to go to work. So, oh, the campfire marshmallows picture, you know, I got that off of Etsy. I had to pay for it, but I saw that there are quite a few people. Michelle with Crafty Basket Case has one that's really, really cool. She did, and so did Pickett's Crafts. She has one, but I think she's selling hers. So I actually had to pay for mine, and I think it was something like $2 or $3. So it wasn't that much. So thank you everybody for oh, I didn't even tell you the dang surprise. Hold on before you leave. And if you missed this make sure you catch it on a replay and you left before I got to say this. So sprinkle this video out there. Mention it. Tag me. Make sure I know. Sprinkle this video out. You will. On Monday, or not on Monday. Today is Monday, guys. On Wednesday, when I come live, we're going to do the names. And we're going to draw names again. I'm going to put your names down. Sprinkle this video. Put it out there. And I will draw names. And you will get 2 s'mores and 3 of my marshmallows sent to you for free. Giveaway. So, sprinkle me, put me out there, let me know, and you can win 2 s'mores and 3 of my marshmallows sent to you. And, oh, and that's on Wednesday when I come on here at 10 a.m. I think I said 10 a.m. Thank you, Chicken Pickens. I appreciate you. I'll make sure I put your name down already. I love it. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys learned something new today, and it helped you. And I appreciate each and every one of you. I love you so much. And I'll see you on Wednesday. Until then, bye, guys.